Blindness is an unfortunate handicap, but true vision does not require the eyes. The only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. There is no better way to thank God for your sight than by giving a helping hand to someone in the dark. Kindness is the language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. I think we all suffer from acute blindness at times. Life is a constant journey of trying to open your eyes. I'm just beginning my journey, 7, and my eyes aren't fully open yet. I cannot believe this is the end. Nor can I believe that death is more than the blindness of those living. And if this is only the consolation of a heart in its necessity, or that easy faith born of despair, it does not matter, since it gives us courage somehow to face the mornings. Which is as much as the heart can ask at times. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. We think we know what's right. With excessive pride comes blindness. Man's basic vice, the source of all his evils, is the act of unfocusing his mind, the suspension of his consciousness, which is not blindness, but the refusal to see, not ignorance, but the refusal to know. Just because you are blind and unable to see my beauty doesn't mean it does not exist. I think we are blind but seeing, blind people who can see, but do not see. My darkness has been filled with the light of intelligence, and behold, the outer daylit world was stumbling and groping in social blindness. Faith must be enforced by reason. When faith becomes blind, it dies. That old law about an eye for an eye leaves everybody blind. The time is always right to do the right thing. They who have put out the people's eyes reproach them of their blindness. When the blind lead the blind, no wonder they both fall into matrimony. There's no dearth of kindness in the world of ours, only in our blindness we gather thorns for flowers. O loss of sight, of the eye most complain. Blind among enemies, oh worse than chains, dungeon, or beggary, or decrepit age. It is possible to lead astray an entire generation, to strike it blind, to drive it insane, to direct it towards a false goal. Napoleon proved this. Love never dies a natural death. It dies because we don't know how to replenish its source. It dies of blindness and errors and betrayals. It dies of illness and wounds, it dies of weariness, of witherings, of tarnishings. The blind must not only be fed and housed and cared for, they must learn to make their lives useful to the community.